everyone. Welcome to my podcast show. I'm going to be broadcasting this on both of my shows. First one, of course, is Nichel Anderson, Short Stories and Beyond. And my other podcast show is called Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. Do follow both of them. If you're listening, I guess you already are, then share it with someone, all right? Let's get into this. This is one of my bonus episodes that I do during my season. My season starts in September all the way up to May of the next year, and I take a summer break. And I want to focus on some updates that's been going on. I've been so busy the last few years where when I first started this podcast, and this is my 7th season, so I'm so excited about it. And 7 years ago, I started it and I did the episodes like every week for both shows. And I have been consistent with it all of this time. Right? I never took a year off or what have you, or nothing. It was gone. I'm just proud of that consistency on that. And to really do this, I really enjoy it. And I hope you do too, that's been following me this long. And with that done and said, my podcast shows are all about giving and influence through stories, or even talking real talk in modern day times. And I'm so excited to have my song about to be released this Thanksgiving. Can I get a all right? Yes, I'm so excited. And it's called You Know Me. It's about my first album that I'm doing, my music album. I'm not like a daytime singer or anything like that, but it came to me in spirit to express myself in music in that way. I have other artists on my album. The first song I released was When Love Was Divine. And the second one that I mentioned is going to be released this month. And it's called You Know Me. And we're going to talk about the lyrics that I released on the Twitter page of MOLIAE. Do go and follow. That's twitter.com/MOLIAE, MOLIAE. We're going to talk about the lyrics today. We're going to talk about the remix that is available. That you can go ahead and purchase that now. I want to first really kind of go on the whole circle of this. I started podcasting, I said, 7 years ago. Before that, it was all about, and still is, the whole project of MOLIAE, which basically stands for Moments of Love in Ancient Egypt. That was a theatrical production where at the time I really came to Atlanta to make my book a film. That book is called Mitzrayim, A Memoir of a Past Life in Ancient Egypt. I wrote that over 20 years ago. My whole dream when I wrote that manuscript was to make it become a movie. And when I came to Atlanta to condense the title and to make it more in the way that it still represents the meaning, which is love. And this is what my album is about. So with my album and of course my NFTs, I'll release a separate episode bonus on that to break the NFTs down of the Pyramids Mystery Temple Reunion. But the music helps, as well as the NFTs that I roll out, as well as this podcast show. When you contribute, either you be a paid member or buy my merchandise that I did branch out into a beauty, kings and queens. All of that is towards my dream, and that is to make my book, Mitzrayim, A Memoir of a Past Life in Ancient Egypt, into a feature film. Speaking of that, I am going to do another bonus episode of a feature film that I directed and wrote, and that's on WBD Boys. But with further ado, let's get into my song. Okay. You Know Me. I'm going to read the lyric that I released days ago now, and I'm going to break that down. If you wanted to kind of share your comments, you can do that in the comments section. You can also email info@moliae.com. And maybe I can go ahead and get you onto the show.
All of us, you know me, that I ain't Jenny, the waters of intellect lovers. I'm your maid of trust, no tradition ever was of us. You know me, be better than most of things, which of ancient Egypt.
But You Know Me, let's get into that. You Know Me is something where it's a fun song. It's the first time that I really got into expressing myself, of course, with music publicly. And I wanted to write a song where you're in this particular relationship, and for whatever reason it didn't work out. Maybe it's the wrong time, and maybe it was. But that's your boo, right? And y'all go the separate ways. Maybe you date other people. Maybe you just kind of be alone. Bottom line, y'all not together for a while. And then for whatever reason y'all meet up or y'all cross each other's paths, and you're like, what happened? Why we couldn't connect? Why we couldn't, figure it out? I know you. And then the other person would say to you, like, I know too, boo. And I don't know why. Maybe in our own time or whatever, what we was going through, we just couldn't focus on us. Relationship is all about giving and sharing. When you can't do that, you don't really have love. You just have a connection. And a connection don't really survive and be consistent if it's the love is not planted in the soul. So here are my lyrics for my song that will be available. All right. The remix is available now. Y'all need to go purchase that and help me out towards my film, my dream, okay? But nonetheless, here we are. You know me, the lyric of the song. Not all the lyrics, but it's going to be a good snippet of it. All right, and it goes like this. That had us wanting more of that positive love. You remember the gold of thee, you know me. I love you to be the one of the royalty, Mitzrayim. As souls connected, you know me. Sacred commitment, like it used to, open to the possibility. Cherish moments, you know me. Pyra Gold, end quote. So I wrote the whole song, lyrics, really for my whole album. I wrote all the lyrics. This particular song, I also wrote the rap because I have some rappers on here, some R&B singers. This one particular one that I'm reading is what I would be singing on my song, You Know Me. And the first line there, that had us wanting more of that positive love. I think what's missing in the world, we have all these divorces and all these relationships and coming over here and there, is that we're not understanding what positive love is. Positive love is communication, sharing, and compromise. And with that, you get the consistency. And the other thing you will get is a peace of mind, right? So back in the day when in a relationship, it might be in a situation where it can get complicated either with so many children or culture, what have you. But one thing that was consistent on that is that the communication was there. And when you have that, you can be able to experience the positive love. Positive love is positive energy. It's in balance. And without those things that I just mentioned, you're not going to get that balance and you're not going to feel it. So in my whole retrospect of the title, You Know Me, couldn't really connect with other people that we got all those 5 things. And then we caught up in one another and you was like, what were we thinking? You know, maybe that was a lesson. I don't know. But you know me and I want that back because I want my peace of mind. I want to have that communication. Communication is food for the heart. When I say the next line, you remember gold of thee. Gold is the most precious stone in the whole, I'll say the whole galaxy. I'm not going to go deep on that, but here, this is one of my podcast show is And the Beyond. And gold represents, it's in the scripture. It represents what God translate to give, to honor, to identify, prestige. A journey going forward, success. And that's what I mean by that. One of the meanings, there's other meanings, but that's the main meaning. When I say I love you after I say I know you, that comes to a complete understanding when you connect with someone that it's just like a puzzle. And even though we have our differences, even though you like that side and I like this side, at the end of the day, I love you because I acknowledge it, number one. Number two, I respect your differences. And that could be the learning aspect when we were not together and now we have this opportunity to get back together. And I'm happy about it. You happy about it. We didn't abuse one another. Just for whatever reason, our choices led us to not connect then, and now it's opportunity of a lifetime. Let's do it now. So I love you, meaning I understand what love is. Giving is patient, giving is understanding. The next line I say, to be one of the royalty, Mitzrayim, right here. That's what I am. That's my book, Mitzrayim, a memoir of a past life in ancient Egypt. You got to read the book and you know what that means. But basically that's what that is. Royalty, high esteem of the prestige, ability to connect, evolve, souls connected. To me, soul love, soulmates is so divine and it's a match as we call it now. The next line, you know me, sacred commitment. Well, that's marriage. That's a relationship where you're not doing anything to hurt the other person. You're not telling things that are not true. Do that. And you in a relationship is really very painful and it's not on solid ground. The next line I say, like it used to be, open to the possibility. And possibility, you can go on and on with that word in English, but basically to me in this frame that I'm saying is that what it used to be was calm, it was respect, it was loving, and I want that back. Don't you? Maybe we don't see it. Maybe we thought we couldn't have it before. But guess what? You know me. I'm going to be there for you. You was there for me when A, B, C. I go through the examples. And hey, I was there for you. And the other person like, yeah, you was, boo. And it's like, so let's do this. Right? Let's do this. Don't matter. We need this. We need that to try to make everything perfect. Life ain't perfect all the time. It's just is. You just got to choose to do it. So you know me vibrates on the energy of choice. That's what I talk about all the time in my podcast shows, choices. So the last few lines is this. Get this, y'all. Cherish moments. You know me. Pyra Gold. So if you go back to what I said earlier about the gold part, before I get to that, when I say cherish moments, it means when you with someone and you remember when you used to laugh and it felt so good, just like you was just, I don't know, back in the day, you ain't had no problems about this and that. You just had a good laugh. When y'all used to eat together, what have you, those moments, whatever it was, you could just go back and like those cherished moments. You can't duplicate that. That's what love is. That's what understanding is. That's what true love is. The next part, you know me, meaning that you remember. Pyra Gold. I said that earlier. Gold is most precious. Y'all know the rest. All right. So that's my song, part of the lyrics there. My goal is to release more lyrics of the song. It's going to drop Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a very powerful day, particularly for me, the meaning behind it, my journey. And that day I'm going to always celebrate, not the historical one that people say this and all of that. No, it's a personal journey. It's an event that I will never forget because that's when God said, I love you. You know me. And he was there for me. I'm going to leave it like that. Follow my other podcast show, Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. You Know Me is going to be released. It's the second song on my album, When Love Was Divine. Y'all, this is from my heart. This is from my soul. This is from everything that I connected with when I wrote that book over 20 years ago. Y'all know the title, Mitzrayim, a memoir. You know the rest. My dream is to make that a film. When you download the song, please share it. If you want to purchase the remix, please consider to do that now. It's available on MOLIAE.com. MOLIAE.com/song. So that's MOLIAE.com/song. I'm here in Atlanta with my dream and of the knowing that true love does exist. And guess what? You get yours, I get mine. Get the positive love, right? Positive love. You remember of gold of thee. You know me. I love you. You love me. To be one of the royalty, Mitzrayim, as souls connected that had us wanting more of that positive love. You know me. Sacred commitment like it used to be. Open to the possibility. Cherish moments. You can't duplicate that, y'all. All right. Love you. And guess what? I see y'all in the next one.